Yeah, Mo, that team sure did suck last night. They just plain sucked. I've seen teams suck before, but they were the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked.
Welcome, this is Isaac, to another episode on my channel of Blue Bagger Borelli, my place where I love to talk about all things of my beloved Carlton and other AFL matters. It's all gone.
What's gone?
It's all dried up.
What's dried up?
Just belief. Belief in the soul. What do they stand for? What does this club stand for? I think they actually stand for jack shit at the moment. Now, I know it was a 5-day break. I know that your two key pillars, your torch bearers, our two leaders, Paddy Cripps and Jacob Wiedering, are unwell. Paddy Cripps was sick in the bed the day before in the Adelaide hotel rooms. I don't know where he got it. Was it on the plane? Was it when he landed in Adelaide? Was it before? I don't know. Only he knows. Wieders obviously hurt his ankle the week before, and I was surprised he got up as well. So what? If our two leaders aren't playing well, that's it. No one else wants to carry the flame. What has happened to this club? What do they stand for? Well, when you're playing away from home, you need to start well. Now, what's one thing that we have been well? What's one thing that we've done well this year, apart from the Adelaide Crows game in round 8? What has been something that we can bank on week in and week out was our first quarters. Well, the game was over at quarter time. I was at the ground with my buddy Andrew Morgan. A shout out. I feel your pain. Sorry, you've suffered 2 weeks back-to-back losses live. Mr. David K. Pecci, a shout out. Winners are grinners, you're happy. A shout out to Dan Ferro. We had our Kodak opportunity photo moment at the end of the game. I told you that you would get the points. That's okay. You've got the points. What I don't like is that we didn't give a yelp. Where's the pressure? Where's the heat? Our contest, our tackling, our appetite for the contest is usually our one-wood. Now, we have deficiencies that we all know. We're the poorest kicking side in the AFL, and it was evident last night. We're the master butchers. But other parts of our game are pretty good and reliable, which keep us in the contest. Has this group lost the petrol, the fire inside to compete? Has it all been wrung out? It's nearly 4 years with Voss, a taxing brand. Nothing is easy. Playing for Carlton, we don't score easily. We've got to work hard. Has the petrol run out? If it has, what are we going to do? Now, I've said it for 3 or 4 weeks. De Koning, are you with us or not? If you want to hate us, God love you. If you want to love us and play for our club, that's great too. In a time of crisis like now, it would be a pretty good idea that if you are going to stay with us, that you get in front of the cameras and tell the whole world in Melbourne tomorrow morning, crack open a bottle of champagne and tell us that you've committed to this club for the next 8 to 10 years. And if you're not, sit on the pine. I don't want to see you ever, 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 and I mean ever, wear this jumper with this logo again. What does this logo mean? To me, this logo means so much. Not just to me, but the 100,000K members When I look at this logo, the memories that I had as a child, as a kid, as a teenager growing up, and I always get asked that I'm hanging on to the past. But if you take the past away from this logo, we've just got mediocrity. Now, this mediocrity has plagued this club since 2002. It's become a cancer, and it's choking us so slowly, and this is my big fear. It's choking us so slowly that we don't even realise we're becoming numb. Not me, but the group, the club, the players. Every week they go and get paid. I saw a lot of this last night. A lot of handover, a lot of finger pointing. I saw a lot of you go there and I'll go there and I'll just stand here in this hole. And I'm seeing free players everywhere. Doherty, I understand your journey, your loyalty, your commitment. You have been a leader. I understand. It's all come to an end for you, my friend. Yeah, you kicked a nice goal in the last quarter. Yeah, you got a few touches playing on the wing. Okay, but you can't lay tackles. You're scared of body contact. You're not winning contested possessions. And then you got young players who broke through you. You stick out your arm to lay a tackle. That's a fraud, mate. What's this mean? What's this mean to Fogarty? What's this mean to players like De Koning, who wants 1.7 million bananas and gets beaten by two young rookie ruckmen, also Rands? You should have had a day out last night. That centre square, again we got beaten in that centre square. Zach Butters, best on ground for Port. Yes, David Petchey, we know he's a great player. Georgiades, 5 goals. Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, he played well. I told Petch last year that he's on the rise. My boy Triple C, you haven't lost your talent. You haven't lost your talent. I know that. Because you're the most gifted player, not only in our team, but in the AFL. You're going through a form slump. And it's all up here, mate. It's all up here. Listen, Carlton Football Club, remove all the assistants that are in that box with Voss. Bring in new people. We need change. And hire old-time goal-kicking experts, key forwards. Ring Dermot Brereton, ring Jason Dunstall, ring all the key forwards. Favola. Ask Fev to come into the club, spending part-time one-on-one with Curnow about the importance of being a great forward who takes responsibility, who takes this seriously.
Tone, who I played with, always had a bit of time if he didn't have Kane hanging off the back of him.
The smooth-moving Nicky Dell, he was very impressive. Through traffic, Motlop got her off to De Koning. Snap, touch, so it won't be a mark for Akers. Akers just kins it backwards to Curnow. Curnow marks but plays on. Don't they love that on the hill? Ed gives them a double wink. Jones.
So not for the first time tonight. Charlie Curnow's rushed it. He's kicked 3 behinds and that one didn't score.
Chera, in that first half, I think you had 1 kick. Chera, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, Chera? Sardi got knocked out. Hopefully that gets looked at by Vincentini. Now, even our defence, which has been great all year, has collapsed. We're getting scored heavily against. We've lost all offence. And it's not fun going to the game. And it's unacceptable. It is unacceptable that I've got to watch a game and sit through the first half and have 1 goal 6 next to our name. And Lewis Young, a serious C player, is the only one that can score a goal. 1 goal 6. Orazio Fantasia, you've played well the last 2 weeks. Motlop, Haley's Motlop. What I would love to ask Mark Murphy what he thinks of Motlop. I would love to think, Mark Murphy, are you happy that this guy wears number 3 on your back? You wore that number with so much distinction and loyalty and commitment and unwavering devotion to the club. These guys don't care. If they cared about this logo like me, they would throw their money away. This week, give all your pay packets to charity, to people who are sick. Go to the hospitals. Give your money away. You don't deserve to bank your match payment for last week's game. Terrible. Now, if you think that we've hit rock bottom, we haven't hit rock bottom. Have a look at the next few weeks, the games that we've got coming up, and have a look at the game we have next week, Friday night against Collingwood. You know what? Every man has their breaking point.
Every man has his breaking point.
I'm not watching next week's game. You've heard it tonight. Yeah? Win, lose or draw, I love my club. And win, lose or draw next week, I will still love my club. But I ain't sitting through next week's debacle. If you think tonight was embarrassing and unacceptable, after the way they got hammered in the media, after last week's embarrassment against the Kangas, a team that's rebuilding. Now, we do have a lot out. Elijah Hollands, where are you? Where are you, Elijah? We really need to know where you are. I'm going to quote Stanley. When he walked past the attic in the video exposed and looked up to the corner and said, this puppet looks alive and well. Where am I? Where are you? The club has made no statement about him. Mackay is always injured. Here's a statistic for you. Do you know that Harry Mackay has never once, he's got drafted in 2015, never once has Harry Mackay ever played a full season of senior AFL football. $6 million babies on our list. Six. De Koning, goodbye. I know you're leaving, goodbye. I want to see the Camporeale twins. I want to see some leg speed. I don't care about the young kid that got a debut game last night. Billy Wilson, mate, you look like a prop that belongs in Neighbours and Home and Away, on a surfboard, on the beach, in Sydney. Seriously, you wear that jumper? I know it was your first game, but you don't have it, man. You don't have the chops. You don't have it. Akers also, you must retire. I know you're hurting. I saw you get a couple of crunches and it took you a while to recover. I know you had back surgery in the off season. You've got the new baby. You want to call yourself a sheriff. Mate, if you want to call yourself a sheriff, go and brush up on your history of what this logo means. Because you know the sheriffs that wore this logo in the 80s and 90s? Sticks Kernahan, the Dominator Wayne Johnston, David Rees-Jones. Players that bled. They were a brotherhood, mate. They were a brotherhood. Mate, you look dishevelled. You look past it. You're younger than Doc. If I think Doc's gone, mate, both of you are gone. Your papers are rubber stamped. Voss, play the Campo twins. Play the Campo twins. And if you're going to bring in a guy from the mid-season draft, Flynn, who's got a left foot, you know what? Play him for the rest of the year. Play him for the rest of the year. I don't care. This season is shot. Plan now for next year. The only 2 games that I want you to win, and it won't happen, one is next week and against Essendon in the last game of the year. So, as I said, I'm not watching the game next week. I'll be going to the cinemas. I do have another passion, movies and films. Maybe I should start doing a little bit more of that. It's a long, hard grind, and I'm hurting, I'm gutted, and has this playing group lost the voice of the coach? Has Voss lost his players? That's an alarm bell. Has Voss lost his players? If he has, the end is near. Leave your comments down below. Tell me how you feel. Write it down in a love letter. Write it down in the comments down below. Only if you're a blue bagger and if you've followed Carlton for a long time will you understand the pain, the mediocrity that we're living through. And I don't see an end in sight. I just don't see an end in sight. Win, lose or draw, I love my club. If only the players, Cripps, Wiedering aside, knew what this logo really truly meant and represented. In brackets, Jack Silvani aside. Jack Silvani knows what this logo means. I forgot to mention him.
I'm handing back my membership, Isaac. If they're going to play this bad, I don't want to come back no more. But go for a different team and a different sport.
Curnow, what minute was that? That was at the end of the fourth quarter. He marks it probably 25
How
minutes
many
out.
times do
How
I
many
tell
times
him?
do you tell him? Don't play on. Go back and kick the shot.
How
Take the
many
30
times?
seconds. What
How
does he
many
do?
times?
He sprays it out of bounds on the full. Here at Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide versus Carlton. I just want to share one thing. We are playing a lot better than we were last week against Sydney. We're not stuffing it up, not turning it over as much. We're just running the ball. That last goal we just kicked from half-back all the way to full forward, that Rioli goal. Excellent kind of play. Georgiades, he's on 5 goals. Another great performance on Georgiades. So I'm happy.
It's a privilege playing against Carlton, isn't it?
Well, with these injuries, yes. Yes, it is.
Andrew, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I'm handing back my membership.
Fair enough. Girls, would you like to say anything?
Carlton needs to grow a backbone, and I think a little bit more practice might be better.
Anyone else want to say anything?
Yes, I agree with her. Just man up. Put on your player. I don't mean like toxic man up. I mean like get on your play, defend them. Choose the player, stay on him, get in front of him, and get the ball. And they need to get that fucking dog in them. That too.
What were your thoughts about last night's game?
Very, very sad to watch. We're waiting for this Carlton team to... I've been with my husband for 27 years and Carlton's been struggling. Except for last year. Last year was a good year. Before that, it's been year after year after year. Anyway, we won't talk about the game. My husband seems to think that Curnow's going to be safe. I reckon he's going to be going. They're going to get rid of him. He has been not that good the last 2 games. And the Holland brothers, I like the Holland brothers. I got a soft spot. So I'm not sure where you are, Elijah, but we need you back. And his brother, which I don't know his first name, I just call him Hollands. He's a workhorse. He runs around, he tackles, he's non-stop the whole game. And the third person I want to touch on is I've loved Doherty, and he's gone through a lot, and my heart goes out to him and his family, but I think you need to go, my friend. Hasn't been that good. Bit slow and a bit old.
So how's your boy Paddy Cripps travelling?
Last night was the first time of watching footy, watching Paddy Cripps. He threw someone to the ground. I've never seen that before.
Well, every man has their breaking point, and
he's there.
Possibly he was unwell. He was very unwell. Charlie Curnow, if they trade Charlie Curnow, I'm done. I'm going to pack up my tent, my channel, my membership. It will burn up in flames very brightly. Anyone else you'd like to talk about last night?
Not really.
Our season's done.
Round 1, I thought my husband was really extreme when he said, our season's over when we lost against Richmond. But you know what? He was right. He was right.